Oh wow, this is my first time coming back up to the trading hall and seeing what Millie did. I didn't know she was gonna get busy so fast, but this is looking amazing. Look at all these different heads. We got a chicken. What is that, like a jar of pickles? I don't know, I'll have to ask her what that one is. But I love all these details, even a little cash register, some other little things. Wow, Millie did awesome. I don't remember which episode she did this in, but definitely go check out her channel if you haven't seen it, because this is amazing. And that's really what I want to do for the rest of this area, is keep turning each of these stalls into different little stores. And I might even have them spill out a little, like there's extra stuff out here. But today, that is not our goal. Our goal is to take on one of these buildings. Man, I've been laying out so many ideas. I need to actually start building one of them. And that's what we're going to do today. So if you look behind me, you can see that we've been making pretty good progress at making this city really come to life and kind of spread out. Well, today we are doing the next building over. And from this little indication, you might see that this is going to be a boathouse. Now, my idea is that the boats would have come in here, rested. That's how they would have gotten up to the trading hall. And we're even going to have some little horse stalls, I guess. Places where people could ride in from the city, down the pathway, park their horse either on this side or the other side, and then go up to the trading hall. So that's what we're going to work on today. And with this city of color, I decided we've kind of done a pink I've never done before. I've never done bright yellow. And you know what? I've never really tackled granite. I've put it in a few places, but I thought, let's go with this color palette. And a lot of people don't like birch. And I don't know if I love this texture, but I do know that I love this texture. So that's really the color palette we're going to go for today. And we're just going to jump in because I've got a rough concept of putting kind of a granite base. These is our main colors for the structure, and that will be our roof color. Now we're going to have to go on an adventure and get more of this copper, or maybe go over to the copper hopper. I don't know, but we're going to need a lot of that. And we're going to have to go over to Lane's store because I want to get some prismarine too. But that's enough talking. Let's at least get a base laid out and see if this concept's going to look good. Okay, as you can see for this base, what my idea is that the granite isn't going to be a lot of the structure. It's really just going to be kind of this first layer and kind of the floor. It's going to be our grounding color. So I think this will be pretty nice because it kind of goes with the pink in the background, but it's not going to be overwhelming. So a lot of what the structure is going to be here is kind of these other two colors we mentioned earlier. But what I like about this is it's really going to give us some better contrast with the grass, and it's going to help it feel, I don't know, leveled to the ground, not leveled, anchored. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Anchored to the ground. So really what I need to do is just kind of go around. I'm going to get both sides figured out. So the idea is that kind of this wall just comes all the way down. Let's see if I can get it all the way. Again, a lot of this is just making it so that we can know where we want our walls. So the idea is that there'll be a wall up here, kind of for the stables. In here, this would be like the supporting. So that's why they're kind of across from each other. So we'll get these all in place. That's going to help us know how to put up the structure. And then I got to figure out kind of a concept here. Because what I want to do is have kind of like almost two pillars and then the boathouse in between. Not quite sure what those pillars are going to look like just yet, but I think if we can get the base laid out, then I'll try one of those, see if it looks good. If that looks good, we'll replicate it on the other three corners. So let me get the rest of this granite in, and then I'm going to get me some birch. All right, stepping back and looking at it, I think we got what we are looking for. What I really want this to be is almost like it's a little lookout tower, and then obviously kind of just make it not too plain. And what my idea is that I'm going to get some more of this copper, and I'm going to have to go find a lot more. But I think this color, if we just lighten it up a tiny bit, I better wax that. let's take a step back. As you can see, I've got like those 4 we just put in and these 2. So we're going to need a lot more, but I think that's going to give us a little bit of depth and some color. And especially because I'm thinking the roof is going to be roughly that same color, I think that's going to be pretty good contrast and have some good color. Yep, I think I like that. So I'm going to go out. Wow. Maybe we better fly over the copper hopper. I don't know if I have enough diamonds to shop there, but let's get the rest of this one at least finished. And then, oh, it's getting dark. We'll sleep. Then we'll go over to the copper hopper. Okay, and with the new morning, let's go check out the copper hopper. Now, I don't know if I am rich enough to afford these prices, so I just at least want to see how expensive it's going to be or how much it's going to cost me. And let's see here. I'm going to need some of the regular color and maybe some of that. So let's see. 16 diamonds or 32 diamonds. Or not diamonds, I'm saying diamonds. 32 blocks for 1 diamond or 16 blocks for 1 diamond. I think that's not too bad. I got to figure out how much of my roof I want to do with this and then how much I want to do with the prismarine. So let's go back over and at least keep building out the structure. We can put in the copper and the prismarine more towards the end, but I want to at least get the other towers in, see how this is looking, and make sure that we're headed in the right direction before I invest all of my diamonds into copper. So let's jump in. We'll get these 3 knocked out and we'll see how it's looking. And it looks like I may have gone overboard. I started really trying to think about what this place was going to be, from the upstairs to how big is this channel. Oh, we even have a guy out here. Oh, guess he doesn't want to talk to us. But I think we've got the towers. We've got the different horse stalls. Now we'll have to get all the dirt and stuff in and all the decoration. We'll do that a little bit later. But as we go through here, I've been trying to think of how deep do I want this to go? Do we line it up with a pillar? 1 back. Now that I'm looking at it, I think we might move it 1 forward, but then having kind of a back wall. So I didn't want this to be 100% symmetrical. So the idea here is we'll kind of have almost a little patio on this side with, I don't know if I'm going to put a door or just make it look like a doorway, some windows. I figured if you're in here, why not be able to see out? Yeah, there'll be horses, but that's okay. But I think we've got most of the structure up, ready to go. Now the hard part. I got to go out. I got to figure out where I'm going to get all the materials for the roof. Now one of them I can get pretty easy, and that's going over to Lane's shop. So I think we're going to do that. Should we sleep or should we just fly? Oh, let's sleep and then we'll fly over there. Okay, and again with the new day, we are ready to fly over to Lane's shop here, and now I gotta try and remember, where is this? Now I don't think it's in his shop here. It might be across the river, and I'm gonna choose the building. I was gonna say it looks the most like prismarine, so maybe this one. Let's see if I was right. The chocolate moon. Nope. Was it this one? There we go. Okay, it's prismarine colors. Let's come in and see what his prices are. 1 diamond for 2 stacks. Oh, perfect. Now where is an ender chest? Oh, right by me. We'll grab 2 diamonds out here. We're going to take 4 stacks. So 1 diamond for 2 stacks. We'll make it really confusing for him and put a diamond in random spots. Hope he enjoys. Now, let's get back over and see if we can at least get some of this. Oh, I can't start. I was going to say, let's start building. We got to go get some copper. So I'm going to dump this off. I think to get us started, at least with the roof. Oh, let's just do it right now. I keep wanting to dump things off. But let's come down here and at least just get some copper. So we can at least work on what the roof line is going to look like. And we'll get a better idea of how much copper we're really going to need. So I think the roof, to match the prismarine, we're going to go with this one. So that was 32. So let's get that one going. I love how this shop works. If you haven't seen it, it goes up, it comes around, there's a big water bowl, and then it's going to pop out here in the middle. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So got our copper. I'm going to get some more and then meet you back over so we can keep building. All right, and with getting this roof in, I'm realizing I'm either going to go broke buying all the copper, or we're going to have to go on an adventure and find one of those trail ruins and see if we can take it on and then steal a whole bunch of copper from it. Because holy cow, this roof is so big. I've been burning through copper just to do this little roof, kind of a ridge line. So I'm going to need to call in some reinforcements. I think I'm going to put a call out and see if anyone wants to go help us take on a trail ruin. But until I find someone to do that, I'm just going to work on a few more details. Maybe the floor a little, maybe put in the floor/roof of this part, and just do some little things while I wait for someone to come help me with the trail ruin. Hey y'all, this is Cube from the future. Well, it finally happened. I finally messed up a video. Oh man, I recorded a whole portion of us going to a trial chamber with some of the other crafters, but it didn't work out. I don't know what happened, but I lost the footage. And you know, that happens sometimes. But I wanted to show you a little bit about where we went and what we're going to be doing in the future with it. So if we come over here, you'll notice that right away we start seeing the city that we're in. And if we come over here, and I'll fly there just to speed things up, is underneath this little building that we've built, there is a side entranceway, and I gotta break that out, that takes us all the way down to a trial chamber. So what we did in that clip that I was gonna show you was that we came down here, and that we went in and took on, let's see, it should just be right here, the whole trial chamber. So you can see we've got torches in here. We've got a bunch of different places. Oh, and that turned on. It scared me there for a minute. But that's the trial chamber that we used. And then back in the back corner over there is where I actually pulled out the copper. So that's how we got the copper that we needed. Because man, this building has a lot of copper in it. So now let's jump back to that regular clip and you can see the progress of what we did after this and how I got us to the next step in the build. All right, and as you saw, that was a pretty fun little adventure. Getting all of this copper was pretty fun, and I think it's a fun way of doing it. Instead of just mining a whole bunch of copper veins, that was a little bit more fun of an adventure, and we got plenty of copper, so I think it's time to get up here and start getting this roof on. So let's jump in, go over to the crafting, and man, we got a lot of blocks to place. But let's get this roof in and see how it's looking. I'm really excited to see what it looks like with all the other colors in here. Enough talking, let's get going. Okay, and just getting these last couple in, I think we've got this side of the roof. Oh, looks like we haven't done the windows all the way just yet. But I think at least the roof on this side we should have done. Yeah, I think we need to add a few more, because we're going to have these coming through. So I think we're going to have to do a few things. Let's see. I guess we're going to have to put that. I want it to be flat there. No big deal. That's an easy enough thing to do. So we'll come through, fix up those little details as we get finished. But let's see if we can get back far enough. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be a really fun roof. I really want it to have a lot of texture, not be too flat, because we made these a little less textured. So I think the roof is a good place to add that texture. And for the most part, we've got this side in too. I just need to do the flat roof here. That won't take me too long. So let's get that knocked out, and then we can get on to finishing some of the finer details and we'll be done. All right, y'all, you're going to see a big transformation between the last clip and this clip, because I've been sick for the last week or so, and I haven't been able to get my voice up. So this is going to be a big reveal because I haven't been able to record, and you're going to hear me a little sick, but that's okay because I want to show you what we've got. Okay, and at that last clip, we had almost no roof here. Between that and this, we've got a big tree. We finished the roof and a whole bunch of detailing, including some more custom trees, a little bump in the land. Now, I don't know how often y'all do this, but if you notice, this area of the village is very flat. There's almost no, hills at all in this area. So what I've actually done is introduced hills back in here. Even if it's a small one, it at least is going to break up the sightline and feel like you have to move around it. And this is also kind of a fun little thing. Like as you're thinking about sightlines in your city, is think about how are people flowing. Now, if this was just a big open area, it might look kind of boring. But now because of this, this path will kind of lead you up there. This one makes you kind of come around here. And that's how you can get a little bit of excitement through your different sightlines. And while we're on the topic of sightlines, I'm really loving this one that I thought I had messed up. Because if we looked at a higher map, this road just continues all the way over there. But I think we've done a pretty good job of getting a tree in here to kind of break up that path. So even though that pathway stretches clear over there, we've got that, we've got a building. It bends out just enough that we put another tree here. We put a well here, just a little simple one that kind of goes down. And then we've got a whole opportunity to build on that side. But I think this is looking pretty good. I really wanted to make sure it felt like it was integrated into the landscape. And I think it's looking great. That's the money shot right there. I've loved this view the whole time. Now, I built a small boat out here, but I still want to build a little bit bigger one in here. Like maybe this boat, this bridge lifts up, the boat floats out, it goes down the stream and off to wherever it needs to. But really, this is going to be an opportunity for us in a future episode to build a boat in here. Maybe there's some people working. And that's really what I want to start doing in a few of the next episodes, is we brought some of the animals in. Now, where are all the people and where are they doing their work? That's what we're going to do in a future episode. I really want to bring that in. But y'all, that is going to do it for this episode. Let me know down in the comments how you're liking this city of color. I think we've added a lot of different colors, a lot of different shapes, and now it's time to do a few more to keep building it out. So if you have any ideas, please let me know down in the comments. And until the next episode, we'll talk to you soon.